If I can take a medium term view on the market, right, I would put my hand up and say we are at an extremely strong position as far as India is concerned. I think after a very long time, the sentiment from the domestic as well as the international investor community is aligning together. There are really strong companies on the ground which are actually consolidating with its balance sheet being its cleanest that we have seen in the last 10 years. All of this basically makes one believe and makes me believe that from a cash flow compounding perspective, we should see the Nifty compound at 10 to 12%, and which means our portfolio should compound at high teens. So I'm fairly optimistic. In fact, I would say extremely optimistic about India from a 3 year perspective. Right. However, I would also say that it's not going to be one size fit all market. There are going to be inflationary pressures on the ground. And that is clear. And their supply chain is disrupted not in one industry, it's disrupted across multiple industries. So I think one needs to be paying attention to all of this rather than saying I will buy any company at any price and things will be hunky dory. So I think it's a combination of mixing the fact that corporate India is at its best. We have the ability to basically grow our cash flows. And within that, how do we build the best portfolio possible? So today, at a time where we have to aggressively pay up to own good businesses, we are basically deploying the capital in a slightly more phased out manner. Now, what does this mean? Right? I'll give you two paths that can happen. Assume that India is a straight line bull market. So Nifty goes from here, 17.5 or whatever it is, to 20,000 in a straight line. Effectively, there will be ETF like funds who will outperform ITIS in the next 6 months. Right? And that's something that I'm perfectly fine with because we are not managing money with a 6 month view. Risks that I see in the market, obviously, in a bull market, no one talks about risks because some people think it is foolish to talk about risks. But I would want to think about risks in a bull market, right? While sitting in India, one may not appreciate it, but whatever is happening around US politics, whatever is happening around the fact that there is a big tech breakup being spoken about with the Democrats in hand, all of these are risks and we'll have to deal with it. But in terms of micro specific risks, I am thinking very actively around the power sector. I am not very clear yet that this is an isolated event around China. And I don't think this is going away in a hurry either. I think power shortages could escalate. And if it does, it has ramifications on input costs of businesses across the board. I think from an Indian corporate balance sheet perspective, I would say there are less risks. There are less risks on the micro, there are more risks on the macro, which is what makes it a lot harder. Zomato, I think we've written a fairly detailed article about it. We spoke about it pre-IPO, where I had basically said that this would be one of the best subscribed IPOs. FI investor community is going to be significant. That means the IPO is going to do significantly well. But I am bearish the business. Beauty as a category is a brilliant category. And I think Nykaa has actually built a true platform. And how do I define a true platform? The participants of the platform are sticky to you. 90% of them are extremely happy with how the policy of refunds is, the products that you get. And I think the customer satisfaction in terms of how you measure your NPS score on the brand is very high. So it's a great business. I really like the business, and it shows in the quality of the promoter and their shareholding as well. Policybazaar, we haven't done too much of work on it yet to have a really strong view, so I'll reserve that view for now.